So let me recap. Our civilization is based on an unsustainable foundation. Many are realizing this is true, consciously and unconsciously. Some are grasping at straws and others are working toward building a bridge to the future for themselves, families, and communities. There's no way to know how long the current paradigm will last, or what paradigm we will shift to next. So the only logical course of action is to fall back to a plan that will allow us to survive a fall off the cliff our herd is headed toward, while changing our own lives to be more resilient and sustainable. All the while we must reteach ourselves how to think different about acquisition. We still need acquisition, but not at any cost. We must choose to balance diversity, each other, and nature with acquiring the things we need. We must factor in these costs.
I'm still having a problem with the whole New World Order thing and the socialist thing. What if I believe there is a New World Order and want to be a socialist?
That's fine. Just remember that any of the stories we tell ourselves are just that, stories. This included my whole balance over acquisition paradigm framework. These stories help guide us toward supporting a societal paradigm that embodies it. In other words, if you focus on a conspiracy, you will focus on that instead of making positive changes to your life. Now there might be criminals committing crimes. I'm just suggesting they are not conspiring against you. They just want to steal your money.
I see, so you're suggesting that I focus more on the crimes being committed and not the criminals' motives or collaborations with other criminals. Instead, focus on what I can change.
Yes, and the path I'm suggesting that you follow is one that leads to a model of living closer to how nature truly works. Let diversity thrive. Promote decentralized power.
So can I be a socialist or capitalist?
Yes. But please note those things are not opposites. Also note that in a socialist or communist society there is a great deal of centralized control. This is the rub. But truthfully, in America today the Democratic Republic has also evolved into something more centrally controlled. It's no longer balanced, too much money and power has centralized.
So I can't be socialist if I want to?
Yes, you can. You must just be mindful that the central body doesn't run off with power the way our elected leaders have in America.
Oh, got it. Do I have to be a capitalist?
No. That's just how I choose to acquire. I provide a service and make things that people want to pay me for. I provide value to society and receive in return payments.
What about the 1%? Aren't that capitalists? Aren't they bad?
They are capitalists that have concentrated so much wealth, power, and influence that their voices are louder than the rest of us. The concentration of power is the problem. One solution would be to take away the corporate entities they hide behind. If we could see these people and hold them responsible for their crimes, they may be easier to stop.
So that sounds socialist to me again. Are you saying we should all be equal?
I'm saying we should all be accountable. We should also remove the stones criminals hide behind so that they can be held accountable.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. So what does all this have to do with being a prepper?
Unfortunately, most preppers have not dived this deeply into the philosophical workings of our broken society. This is the part one think I have the most to offer. A fresh inward look.
You really should go on TV, on Doomsday Preppers.
No way, man. By the time those poo duckers got their hands on it, I'd be sounding like a LSD brain fried hippie.
Poo deuces. That's funny. You know, you kind of look like a hippie.
Thanks. It's almost time for you to clock in. Let's meet here again tomorrow and start talking about tangible things you can do to begin prepping.
Okay, sir. Thanks again. See you tomorrow.